Hey everybody, welcome to this video. I'm Inkslaura123 and this is going to be a book haul video. So I've got some new books and in this video I'm going to show you them. I really hope that you will enjoy the video. If you do, please click like, please comment and please subscribe to my channel. That would be awesome. Okay, so before I show you my books, I just want to show you a few things quickly beforehand. Starting with my new backdrop. So if I move my big fat head out of the way, you can have a look. So I would kind of describe this background as kind of rainbow coloured wood panels. I don't know how else you describe it. But yeah, basically what it is, it's a shower curtain. Yeah, I know it's weird. But I've been going on eBay recently and I've been buying all these different shower curtains with different designs and looking for them in charity shops, things like that. And basically using them as backdrops. I think they make good backdrops and I really like this one. I really like the brightness and the colours and stuff like that. So that's that. Also, I want to show you my headband, which I got for £1 today in discount stores. It's got a pink flamingo on it. And I want to show you my new t-shirt, which is Aristocat's t-shirt from Primark. It's so cute. So cute. Okay, so let me show you some of these books. Some are new, some are secondhand. Maybe you'll get some ideas for books that you will want to read. Now, before I start showing you the books, I want to apologise in advance because I get really paranoid about my pronunciations of names and stuff. Like, I don't know why, but I just do, especially like fantasy books. Some of the characters have kind of got names that are a bit, for me anyway, a bit hard to pronounce. And I always worry that I say the names wrong. So, or even if I'm like trying to say the name of an author and I say it wrong. So in advance, if I say it wrong, I'm sorry. I try my best. Okay, so the first book that I'm going to show you is this one. I've got this in Waterstones. It's brand new and look at that cover. Oh, it's so beautiful. So it's called War, Wizards and Robots and it says it's by will.i.am. So call me stupid, like, because I don't know. Is this like will.i.am as in will.i.am Black Eyed Peas guy? Like on The Voice, you know, he raps, he sings. I don't know. I mean, I didn't know he wrote books or anything, so if he does, that's cool. I do like a bit of will.i.am, I have to say. So yeah, this is Wizards and Robots. It just looks so cool. I love the cover. This is going to look great on my bookcase. Oh yeah. The only negative thing I will say about it, when I was in Waterstones, I was trying to read what the book was about. They've done like the font colour in white. So on this kind of colour background, and then they've got the white, I was like having to move it around in all the light to see what it said. But anyway, I'm just being really petty and stupid. So it's, it says, I've got to move it again now, look. Hidden for centuries, a wizard clan awakens, hungry for power. In the future, robots fight a losing battle against a vicious enemy. Both are looking for a young woman, and her name is Ada Luring. So, yeah, I just think it sounds very exciting, and yeah, I just think it's going to look good on my bookcase. Oh, yeah. Which I've got to tidy up later. Literally, my bookcase in my bedroom, I've got 3 bookcases altogether. But the one in my bedroom is a total mess. I've got books here, there, everywhere. So I've got to sort that out, tidy it up. Okay, the next book that I'm going to show you I got from eBay. This is by Cara Thomas and it's called The Darkest Corners. Love the cover of this as well. And at the back, this is so cool. There's like newspaper clippings, which I think looks pretty cool. So basically, I read a book recently by Cara Thomas called Little Monsters. And it's a young adult thriller. It was great, like literally, I love that book so much. I read it in like 2 days. I had to know what happened kind of thing. And then after I finished reading that, I looked on Goodreads to see what else she'd wrote. And I found this one, The Darkest Corners. So this is another thriller. And I just, yeah, I really love her writing style. So I'm not going to go into depth about every book that I show you in this video because we'll be here all night. But this is, yeah, a young adult thriller. And if you've read Little Monsters and you like her writing style, check this out, because I don't know about you, but I find if I really enjoy an author's writing style, I just want to kind of read everything they've wrote. Like sometimes I just like books because, you know, the story sounds good, but other times if it's that author, I know I'm going to love it. Like for example, Ruth Ware. I love every book that Ruth Ware's ever done. I can't wait for a new one because I just love her style, and I'm pretty much the same with certain authors. Anyway, so I'm going to try this very soon because, as I say, I really enjoyed Little Monsters, so hopefully this will be good as well. Next up, I've got Stags by M.A. Bennett. There we go. So it's really weird. I was going to get this book ages ago, but I didn't. I don't even know why I didn't, but I didn't. But I've got it now, so it's all good. So I got this online. It says 9 students, 3 blood sports, 1 deadly weekend. I like the little envelope at the back. I think it looks pretty cool. So this is another thriller. It says it will twist and turn right to the end, which I love. I love those kind of exciting, you know, action-packed, like thought-provoking thrillers, you know, that you just want to turn over every page to find out what happens. Love that. So it says, I turn the card over, RSVP to who? There's no name on it. Ooh. So people are going to get killed. It's going to be quite a gory book, I think. I don't know. But yeah, dark thriller. We'll see. So that's Stags. And then I have a book from Poundland. Now, I know you're probably thinking, Poundland? But honestly, right, sometimes Poundland do have pretty decent books. Like, some of the books in Poundland are a bit old or just a bit rubbish, but sometimes there are some gems. And I found this one. And I'm going to keep this for like Halloween time, like October, spooky reads kind of time. Saying that, I do read horror books throughout the year. I'm not that kind of person who will only read horror at Halloween time. But anyway, I am going to save this for Halloween because, I don't know, I just think it'd be cool. So it's called The Blue Lady by Eleanor Hawking. I love the cover. Look at this cover, it's just so cool. I love it. So yeah, it's kind of a spooky story set in this boarding school, and there's a ghost of the Blue Lady. I think this is a series, but you can read it as a standalone. That's what I was kind of getting when I looked it up online, which is cool. So yeah, I love like creepy kind of spooky stories and stuff like that. I just love it. Okay, right, next up, I've got this book here, another thriller. This is called The Girl in 6E. It's Time to Meet the Killer Next Door. This is supposed to be like a proper shocking, dark read. I'd heard of it, and whenever I'm on Instagram looking up Bookstagram pictures, I always see this. This is like everywhere. I always see pictures of this book. So yeah, when I read the back of it, I was like, whoa, I don't know if this is going to be a bit too dark for me, but we'll see. So it's about a character called Dina, and she hasn't touched another person in 3 years. She doesn't go out of her apartment, and she performs on webcams on sex websites. So she's doing all right. And then I read on to this part, which said, and she hasn't killed anyone for years. And I was like, oh. Basically, there's this little girl that goes missing, and the story rattles her carefully ordered world. It's uncomfortably similar to a dark fantasy of one of her most disturbing online clients, and she's convinced he's responsible for the girl's abduction, but no one will listen to her. So after 3 years, Dina finally leaves apartment 6E, and this is what happens. So it sounds really dark. A little bit kind of similar to Woman in the Window that I read recently. Not the story of it, but the fact that she's kind of, you know, housebound and agoraphobic and doesn't go out, but then something dark happens and then it kind of gets her out of the house. So quite interesting, but I don't know, it does sound quite dark. Okay, next up, I have a bit more of a kind of happy book. They're not all thrillers and dark books, I promise, that I get. So I got this one in a charity shop. I love the cover. It's such like a bright, nice, bright colour, or colours, you know. So it's called You Had Me at Hello. I've got to try and pronounce this surname, sorry. This name, Mari, I think it's Marie sorry, Mari McFarlane. I hope I said that right. So it says, what happens when the one that got away comes back? So yeah, this is about two characters called Rachel and Ben. By the looks of it, they split up decades ago, and then they kind of get reunited. They've been partners in crime, best friends. It's clear that life has moved on. So Ben is married, so he moves on, but Rachel's not. But in that split second, Rachel feels the old friendship return, and along with it, the broken heart she's never able to mend. So it's got like this content guide on the back that tells you what's in it. So apparently it's humour, tearjerker, drama, friendship, love. So I'm up for this. I like books like this sometimes. Like, do you know what I mean? So that's that one. I also got this book in a charity shop for 50p, I tell ya. bargain. 50p, The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. It looked like an E. Anyway, F. Scott Fitzgerald, The Great Gatsby. 50p. Love this cover. This is the cover, obviously, from the film and stuff, but I love all the black and gold, and it looks really cool to me. So I've never read this book. I know it's a classic, and, you know, so many people have read the book or seen the film. I've never read the book. I've never seen the film, so I have no idea what it's about, but people have told me for ages that I would love it. So yeah, I remember when I read a book last year called Genuine Fraud that I loved, and someone said, oh, if you love that, you need to check out The Great Gatsby, and then other people started saying about it. So anyway, 50p, bargain. I'll read that soon. It's quite slimline, so it won't take me too long to read that one. I want to know what the fuss is about, you know what I mean? This is, oh yeah, I'm very excited about this. This is a brand new book, which I got in Waterstones when I got the will.i.am book. So this is Children of Blood and Bone by, here's hoping I say this name properly of the author, Tomi. It's either Tommy or Tomi. I think it's Tomi. Tomi Adeyemi. Oh, I'm so sorry. Love the cover. This is like such a cool cover, and I love the fact it's got like the red on the side of the pages. A lot of my books are like really dark, honestly. So this says at the back, they killed my mother, they took our magic, they tried to bury us, and now we rise. Oh yeah. So this is magic, revenge. I just think this is going to be great. This is a new series. This is number 1 in the series, and look, it's got a map in it. Now, I don't know about you, but I get really excited when there's maps in books. I don't know why. Honestly, I get like excited. It's really sad, but I do. I love maps in books. And that is just, look at that. It's just gorgeous. And also, there's like a guide of all the different clans that feature in the book and stuff. You see that? Which is pretty cool. So if I just read this little bit to you, it says, hold on. The magic of death that led her astray. I think about the way her corpse hung from that tree. I think about the king who took her away. I think this is going to be amazing, this book. It sounds so good, and it's had like proper like raving reviews. Like loads of people seem to love it, so I definitely want to read that soon. Next up, I got Dark Places by Gillian Flynn. So I never read Gone Girl. I never saw the film, never read it. Unfortunately, the reason why I didn't, because I probably would have loved it, is because someone on Facebook ruined the ending for me, right? And I just thought, what's the point? It's when the film had come out and people were like typing statuses about it. I was reading their statuses and someone ruined it, and I was like, oh, spoiler. So after that, I thought, well, to me, it was like a letdown. I thought there's no point in watching and reading because I know the end. So I didn't get to experience and enjoy Gone Girl, which I think I would have loved. But I'm going to try with this one as well. Home is Where the Lies Are. This is supposed to be really good as well. Libby Day was just 7 years old when her evidence put her 15-year-old brother behind bars. Since then, she's been drifting. She's contacted by a group who are convinced of Ben's innocence. Libby starts to ask questions she never dared to before. Was the voice she heard her brother's? Ben was a misfit in their small town, but was he capable of murder? Are there secrets to uncover at the family farm, or is Libby deluding herself because she wants her brother back? She begins to realise that everyone in her family had something to hide that day, especially Ben. And now 24 years later, the truth is going to be even harder to find. Who did massacre the Day family? It sounds really good and really dark. And yeah, as I say, I wish I'd have read Gone Girl or seen the film, because I think I would have really enjoyed that one. Okay, next up I have this one, a young adult book called Sisters Red by Jackson Pierce. Check out this cover. Once again, the black and red book covers. There's a pair of like scary eyes on the back as well. So yeah, Sisters Red, it says it might be the best book I've read this year, and that quote was from Becca Fitzpatrick, and she wrote the series of Hush Hush, which I loved that series and stuff. So yeah, werewolves, girls being brutally murdered. I don't know if it's like a little bit of a kind of Little Red Riding Hood kind of theme, like retelling, I don't know, but it looks pretty cool. Got it in a charity shop, so yeah. I have to reach over here. The next book I got was from The Works. This was £2. £2. Now, you really need to check out The Works if you're in England. It's a great shop. They've got loads of stationery and stuff like that. They also do really cool books at, like, you know, really bargain price. And they do this 3 books for £5 deal. You can see the sticker right there. I had a look around, but I didn't want any of the other books. Some of them I already had, and the others weren't really my thing. So I just got the one, and that was £2. Bargain. So this is Ink by Alice Broadway. How amazing is this cover? I love book covers. I just do. So this is black and gold. You've got the girl here. I think it's a beautiful cover. It says the truth will get under your skin. So, oh look, we've got a map. We've got a map. Actually, one of my viewers is currently reading this because she saw it on a picture that I put on Instagram. She was like, oh, I'm reading that. It's really good. So I like it when someone else is reading a book that you've got, because, you know, if they're saying it's good, you're like, oh, I like hearing good things about a book that I'm going to read, you know. It says, there are no secrets in Saint Stone. Imagine a world where your every action, your every deed is marked on your skin for all to see, and Leora has something to hide. Ink is a story about love, loyalty, and the desire to live forever. It's a towel that gets under your skin. So it is a really beautiful book. So yay, cool. So I've got that. Hope you're still awake, by the way. You still there? I've got a few left, not too many. Next book I have is I Have No Secrets by Penny Jolson. I love the colouring of this, the blue and the yellow and stuff. This is supposed to be a really good, powerful, thought-provoking book. I first heard about this book on Kit Kats Can Read's channel. She's my favourite booktuber, by the way. Love her channel so much. She always gives me like these great ideas for books. So yeah, she said that this was a really good book. I looked it up and I was like, yeah, you know what, I'm going to get it. And I did. So I've got this from Waterstones. It says, how do you catch a killer when you can't move and you have no voice? So I'll read the back to you. It says, I have no secrets of my own. I can't do anything without someone knowing about it. I can see though, and I can hear, and sometimes people forget that. Sometimes people talk about me as if I'm not there, and I hate that. Sometimes people tell me their secrets. Dan did, and I can't tell anyone. I wish I could do something. So I think it's, yeah, it sounds really, really good. So I got that. I got this book in a charity shop, which, oh, I pulled my headband off. This isn't my normal cup of tea, I'm not going to lie to you, but sometimes I like kind of pushing myself a little bit out of my comfort zone with my reading, you know. I like reading different types of genres of books. So this is Robert Harris, Pompeii. This is a big book, like, I've heard of it. I'm fascinated by all things Pompeii. I always watch like the History Channel documentaries on it and stuff like that. But this book is a fiction, and it's told through the eyes of 4 characters. So lots of different perspectives on the situations. You get a younger engineer, an adolescent girl, a corrupt millionaire, and an elderly scientist. So Robert Harris brilliantly recreates a luxurious world on the brink of destruction. So as I say, I don't know when I'm going to get around to reading this. I have to be in a certain mood for it, but I'm definitely going to give it a go before the year is out, because I fancy something a bit different sometimes, you know. Next up, I got this one. This is State of Sorrow. This is such, oh, it looks like it blends in. Look, if you hold it there, it's like blends into the colour. It's like a perfect match. So yeah, this is Melinda Salisbury, State of Sorrow, and I absolutely loved the Sin Eater's Daughters trilogy. It was one of the best trilogies that I'd ever read. I absolutely loved it. So when I found out that she'd done a new book, I was like, yes, I'm having that. So yeah, got this in Waterstones as well. It says, sorrow, for that is all she brings us. People laid low by grief and darkness, a cutthroat race for power and victory, a girl with everything and nothing to lose. By day, sorrow governs the court of tears, covering for her grief-maddened father, who has turned their once celebrated land into a living monument for the brother who died before she was born. By night, she seeks a solace in the arms of the boy she's loved since childhood. But one ghost won't stop haunting her, and when enemies old and new close ranks against her, sorrow must decide how far she's willing to go to win. be swept away by the dark and dangerous new world from Melinda Salisbury. I'm really excited to read this. I heard a lot of good things about it, and as I say, I think she's an amazing author. And every time she would retweet me or like my tweet on Twitter, I'd be like, ooh, fangirl, because she's just an amazing author. Next book I didn't actually buy. I won this book. So excited to get this. This is number 2 in the Defy the Stars series. I loved Defy the Stars. It was brilliant. So Naomi and Abel the robot who had feelings and thoughts and stuff. It was just a really lovely book, that one. So this is number 2 in the series, and yeah, I won this in a contest online, and I'm really excited to read it. Each battle takes them closer. So you know, I need to kind of refresh what happened in number 1, because I kind of remember bits and pieces, but I do have to go on, you know, Google and kind of remember all of it, because I read so many books, right? I can't remember everything and every story and all the characters, so I will have to kind of refresh my mind. But yeah, it's a brilliant fighter pilot defending her home planet. Was what gave her life meaning until she met Abel, who is this really, I remember that, he's a really cool robot. Most sophisticated robot warrior ever made, who understands Naomi like no one else, and a universe stands between them. So very kind of sci-fi, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. And on the picture, they're holding hands right there. It looks like they're holding hands, yeah. So I think there could be a little bit of romance. I hope there is, because when I read the last book, I was like, please have a bit of romance. I've got 2 books left, if you're still awake. 2 books. Okay, so the first one is Flame in the Mist by, I think it's Renee Ahadia. I'm so sorry. Yeah, this is a series. This is number 1 in the series. It's about this character called Mariko. She's the daughter of a prominent samurai, and basically, even though she's got all these skills, like she's good at alchemy and she's very cunning and stuff, she's basically raised for one purpose, and that is to get married. So on her way to meet her future husband, they get ambushed by this group of bandits known as the Black Clan. She's the only survivor left of this attack, and she kind of, to get revenge, she disguises herself as a peasant boy, and she kind of gets into the Black Clan. Basically, she tries to get close to her enemies, and she will uncover dark histories of secrets that will force her to question everything she's ever known. So yeah, people have always gone on about this book, and I was really having trouble getting it, so I finally got it. But this is, I reckon, the English version of the cover, because it's all green and pink and stuff. But the cover that I had seen on YouTube for ages was like black and purple. So, yeah. I mean, this is a pretty cover, don't get me wrong. But I would have preferred the black and purple one, because, I don't know, I like, as I say, the dark book covers. Anyway, the last book I want to show you is by C.J. Redwine. It's called The Shadow Queen. This is a series. This is number 1 in the series. It says, destroy the dark, take the throne. I love all like fantasy kind of series, and I think it looked really cool on the cover. I don't know too much about it, but I know it's had like really raving reviews. Oh, sorry, raving reviews, and anything with like fantasy and the magic and the throne and stuff like that. I don't know, I love things like that. So that's that. I won't get around to reading that for a while, because I'm literally, honestly, I've got so many series that I haven't read yet, and standalones, and yeah. Anyway, so that is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, come follow me on Goodreads if you're on Goodreads. You can see what books I've read, what books I'm reading, and what books I want to read in the future. So the link's down below. Also Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, links down below to all those as well. So come and add me, follow me on there. Oh, and also, I wanted to show you very quickly the book that I'm currently reading. This is the book that I'm currently reading, The Witchfinder's Sister by Beth Underdown. It's so good, so good. It's actually set in Essex, which is where I'm from in England. Not my part of Essex, but it's still Essex, so I'll take that. And it's all about the Witchfinder General, Matthew Hopkins, who is a vile, evil man who, yeah, who killed lots of women in the name of witchcraft and all that. So it's very fascinating read. This is the story told from his sister's point of view, and I like all things like witchcrafty and stuff like that. So I'm really enjoying it. It's so well wrote, and just, I don't know, it's kind of got me under its spell. yeah, so yeah, if you're into like witchcraft and stuff like that, good book, really, really good book. I'm on page 97, so I'm about nearly halfway. So anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. Please click like, please comment, please subscribe, and yeah, hope you like my new backdrop, rainbow wood panels. Oh yeah. See you later, everyone. Bye.